Callaway Big Bertha versus the Rogue ST Max. We're putting two of Callaway's absolute most forgiving iron sets on the table today in a direct head-to-head battle. But which one actually helps the average golfer more? Because look, the decision is definitely not as simple as just grabbing the newest, shiniest model off the rack and hoping for a miracle.
I'm Jake, representing the everyday 15 handicapper who knows the absolute struggle of a brutal front nine.
And I'm Mike, your data and specs guy. Welcome back to Golf Gear Showdown, where we put golf gear head-to-head so you can buy smarter for your game. Honestly, nothing is worse than dropping hundreds of dollars on a fresh set of irons just because you fell for the marketing hype. You see tour pros bombing these on TV, right? But here's the reality check. What works for a guy swinging 120 miles per hour is absolutely not going to fix a weekend slice. You get out on the course, tee up your first ball, and realize you still can't hit a single green in regulation. Everyday golfers are wasting serious cash buying clubs that do not match their actual swing mechanics. So, we need to find out which of these actually works when the pressure is on during your Saturday four-ball match.
Let's look closely at this matchup setup. Picture the scenario. You're standing in the big box golf shop, staring at the simulator screen. The salesman hands you the sleek Rogue ST Max, but out of the corner of your eye, that oversized Big Bertha is calling your name. Now, based on design intent, these play completely differently. Both lines target players who desperately want maximum help on mishits, but they take very different paths to get there. The Big Bertha line leans heavily into the super game improvement category with a massive footprint. Meanwhile, the Rogue ST Max brings in modern stability tech for a slightly more refined approach. Choosing the wrong one means you're literally fighting your own equipment out there on the turf all afternoon.
We are judging both sets across 6 brutal rounds today. We're looking at distance and performance, forgiveness, accuracy and control, feel and confidence, price and value, and finally, golfer fit. Make sure you stick around for round 3, guys. The accuracy round reveals a specific slice fix that most weekend golfers completely miss. Let's get right into the battle. All right, ringing the bell for round 1. This is distance and performance, where we look at the raw yardage potential for these two heavyweights. On paper, the Rogue ST Max irons definitely look like they should carry farther. Common feedback suggests that the high-density tungsten weighting and that unique face cup design really promote extra rollout on decent strikes. The ball speed across the face is just remarkably consistent based on design intent. But hold on a second, Mike. Most weekend golfers struggle to just get the ball in the air at all. Pure distance means absolutely nothing if you're just hitting low, screaming rockets over the green. Big Bertha prioritizes a higher, softer launch, which everyday players desperately need to actually hold firm greens on approach shots.
That's a totally fair point about holding greens, Jake. But for pure distance potential and raw power through the hitting zone, Rogue ST Max undeniably edges out the win here. So round 1 goes to Rogue ST Max, assuming you already generate decent club speed.
Now we move into round 2, which is forgiveness. Jake, let's break down exactly what happens when you inevitably mishit the golf ball. Oh, I love this category, because this is where the matchup gets incredibly interesting for the high handicapper. Most golfers report that their bad shots completely destroy their scorecard. Just look at the Big Bertha's massive cavity and deep perimeter weighting. When you catch one thin and feel that terrible vibration rattle all the way up your forearms, the Bertha's design is a total lifesaver. Those ugly shots stay surprisingly playable. Now, the Rogue ST Max uses a stability frame that certainly helps on heel and toe shots too, preventing the club head from twisting. However, its head is definitely more compact than the oversized Bertha.
Exactly right, Mike. And because of that massive profile and extreme weighting, the winner for round 2 is clearly the Callaway Big Bertha. It absolutely dominates for the highest handicaps and slowest swings who need all the help they can get out there.
But here's a serious question. Are you just looking for pure forgiveness, or do you actually want to keep the ball in play during a normal round? Coming up, what does round 3 reveal that most amateur golfers completely miss when buying clubs off the rack? Let's find out. Welcome to round 3, accuracy and control. Dispersion is the real test for average golfers, so things are about to get a little heated. I'm telling you, Mike, the Big Bertha saves the worst mishits and that nasty scorecard-ruining slice. Common feedback suggests the huge offset built into the hosel is exactly what high handicappers need to square the club face and keep the ball in play.
Look, I gotta respectfully interrupt you right there, Jake. That might be true for the worst swings, but I totally disagree with you on the overall accuracy title. Rogue ST Max actually keeps shots significantly tighter when you catch the face reasonably well. That's primarily because of its stiffer construction and lower center of gravity. Big Bertha irons can balloon a little more on pure strikes. That means the ball gets caught in the wind and drops way short of your target, absolutely killing your distance control. If you want tighter overall dispersion and you already make decent contact, the Rogue ST Max is the clear winner of round 3.
Moving on to round 4, we're talking feel and confidence. There is a huge psychological side to hitting these irons that you simply cannot ignore. Feel is always highly personal, but man, it matters out there. Big Bertha gives a softer, more muted sounded impact that a lot of players love. Rogue ST Max, on the other hand, feels slightly more solid and has a bit of a clicky feedback when you strike it pure. But standing over the ball is a totally different story. The Big Bertha looks absolutely massive behind the golf ball. When you're staring down a tough approach shot over water, seeing that chunky top line on the Bertha tells your brain, okay, I cannot mess this up. That large profile is exactly what inspires necessary confidence for mid to high handicappers. We're calling a tie on pure feel since it is so subjective. But for undeniable confidence at address, Big Bertha is the outright winner of round 4.
Let's talk about the impact on your wallet in round 5, price and value. We are comparing the real-world costs of tracking down these specific sets today.
Newer Rogue ST Max sets usually cost quite a bit more right now on the retail market. Meanwhile, Big Bertha irons often show up at much better discounts. Listen close, because here is a smart shopper move that most guys miss entirely when they get shiny object syndrome. Buying previous seasons used or on sale is the absolute best financial play you can make for your golf budget. The extra cash required for Rogue ST Max only really makes sense if you strictly demand that modern tech look in your bag. So, the round 5 winner for pure value is unequivocally the Big Bertha.
So we've got a really tight battle here across these first 5 rounds. But which specific iron actually matches your exact swing? Coming up right now, we revealed the detailed golfer profile breakdown so you can stop guessing. Welcome to round 6 Golfer Fit. It's time to break down the exact player profiles for each iron so you know exactly what to buy. Let's rapidly assign these so you know exactly where you stand before heading to the pro shop. We're putting the Big Bertha firmly in the bag for true beginners, high handicappers, seniors looking for an easier launch, notorious slicers who need offset, pure forgiveness seekers, and of course, budget buyers hunting for value. Absolutely no hesitation on the other side either. Rogue ST Max gets assigned straight to established mid-handicappers, players with slightly faster swings, and those pure distance seekers wanting maximum yardage out of their irons. If you fall into those latter camps, the Rogue is your clear winner for fit.
I need everyone to listen closely right now because this specific error ruins so many amateur scorecards year after year. I guarantee half the guys watching this explainer right now almost made this exact mistake last season. The absolute biggest mistake is choosing your irons based entirely on brand loyalty or bag appeal, instead of matching the head size to your specific miss. Far too many golfers ignore the stock shaft options and just buy whatever looks incredibly sleek and cool on the rack. Selecting a club that works against your natural swing path is the fastest way to waste your hard-earned money. Do your research and pick the profile that genuinely helps your bad shots. Let's rip through the fast, honest pros and cons, starting with the Callaway Big Bertha. Pro number 1 is the huge forgiveness that repeatedly saves your terrible, chunky swings. You also get a surprisingly soft feel, a fantastic value price on the secondary market, and a highly confidence-inspiring size behind the ball. On the flip side, the cons are pretty obvious when you look down at it. It can look incredibly bulky to players who are used to sleeker, more traditional clubs. Stronger players will also notice slightly less distance compared to modern hollow body designs. We don't precate any brands in these explainers, so there is the unvarnished truth. Firing off the Rogue ST Max Pros right now for comparison. Buyers get incredibly modern looks that turn heads, consistently great distance that pushes your limits, and wonderfully tight dispersion on good strikes to attack pins. Moving over to the cons, you're dealing with a noticeably smaller head than the Bertha. That means less real estate for your miss. Shoppers also have to face a higher retail price tag if they decide to buy brand new. Players simply have to pay up for that slightly less forgiving but highly stable technological profile. We have finally reached the final verdict matrix to settle this completely. The overall winner for most mid-handicappers is undeniably the Rogue ST Max. For the used market, high handicappers, true beginners, and seniors wanting an easier launch, Big Bertha is king. But if you have absolutely no budget limit and want pure distance out on the fairway, Rogue ST Max is your definitive winner. If you just want maximum help, Big Bertha takes pure forgiveness and best value, hands down. So, which set are you bagging for your next tee time to finally lower your scores? Drop your exact handicap and your specific pick in the comments below right now. Next time on Golf Gear Showdown, we are putting tailor-made stealth up against the Callaway paradigm. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our next explainer, and stop wasting money on the wrong set. See you on the first tee.